Sunday. We're back here in the blacksmith shop, and even better yet, happy winter solstice. We're going to touch base on that here in a little bit. It's a beautiful, gloomy day. Perfect time to connect with my audience. Let me grab a couple things over here. All right. Man, it's just a good old day to hunker down, hang out with my peeps, with a cup of tea, and maybe some conversation. It's the holidays, things are a little crazy, but we'll survive. We always have. Hey. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. I hope you're having a terrific day. Yeah, shuffle on in here, guys. Hope you guys have something kind of cozy to sip on. Tell you what, Santa's workshop has been quite busy making little iron widgets and steel gifts. It's been great. It's been very great. Hey, Ross, how are you? Welcome, my friend. Check out your anvil. It's heating up. That's awesome. That's fantastic. Welcome, one and all. I hope you're all having a not so crazy holiday. You know, I know things can get a little wild, but I hope it's calm and surrounded by people you want to be with. You know what I mean? Ooh, Scout, you been baking? I'm not even gonna try. Oh, but I really want to. A hard bread made with seeds and corn flour. That sounds delicious. It's funny, as a little kid, it's funny how our palates change. But as a little kid, I used to hate seeds and stuff on my bread. Oh, but nowadays, I want that stuff to be like bird seed, man. I love having some crunch factor, some roughage. It's good stuff. Been working like a dog, Ross? Okay. Well, I hope you're doing good, as always, as all of you. You know, I got a couple of little projects I'm working on right now. No more gifts. I'm all done. Feels good. I feel like I'm usually against the gun this time of year. But no, it's good. We're looking all right. Ooh, you're an Aries. Any possibility that I'd be working on that soon? In Aries, I will be. Yeah, I've yet to make Aries. I like to forge them when the constellation's overhead. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's been a fun, the constellation series has been a blast. What are you guys working on? What you guys been up to? What kind of creative ventures are you braving? Man, seasoned corn flour. And it's a bread. Is it a yeasted bread? Is it like a risen bread? Oh man, that sounds good. Excited to hear about that. But yeah, happy Sunday, everybody. It's good to have you here. It's a good, cool day. I love it. We got some rain coming, and it's my favorite. I'm very excited. But but before I forget, happy winter solstice, everybody. It's today. That means that from here on out, everything's only going to get brighter, you know? No, hard and flat. Okay, so it's almost like a cracker, like crispy. Yeah, Littlefoot. Oh, Littlefoot, yes. Yes, happy winter solstice. It's a great time to set intentions. You know, the pendulum, our celestial pendulum is swinging back to center. Days are slowly, incrementally going to get longer and longer and brighter, you know, and no matter how dark it gets, it's only going to get brighter from here on out. Oh, God, grocery shopping. Oh, yeah. I wish you all the bravery and luck in the world. Happy solstice. It's a very special day. Very special day. Casey and I, we like to set intentions, you know? There's something to be said about intentionality. You just, with your work, your art, how you treat loved ones. It's important stuff. Being intentional is really good, and setting intentions are really wonderful. I'm definitely excited for this coming year to giving you guys a lot more footage and stuff, a little less polished. I feel like I've said that before, but I feel like I put myself under a lot of pressure to get you guys like super polished stuff, because I have to sign my name on it, and it's got to be perfect. Maybe reading Scott's book will help me a little bit, but yeah, I want to give you guys more footage of just me forging steel, just in the workshop, that kind of thing. Oh, you went from New Mexico to Phoenix. Oh man, it's a bit of a jaunt. Yeah, good afternoon, Rage, dude, Rage. Hey, congrats on the necklace, man. I got the pendant in. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Oh, I'm so glad you got it. Rage, I know you ask about limited releases a lot, and I'm so glad you got something. It makes me happy. And before the holidays. Oh, yes. Yes. Fan-freaking-tastic. But today, I want to do a little project that I've been putting off. I've been putting off a project, I'll be forging some steel. And that kind of coincides with the conversation that we're having about being intentional. You could do the same thing with your craft and your tools. And there's been something I've been putting off for a long time. So as you know, in my work, I do a whole lot of circles and radiuses and things like that. And I have this tool I've been using for years. And it's very simple. It's pretty much a giant compass. And I use it as such for doing all of these large radiuses and things like that. Like I used this tool. Oh, how perfect. Like, for that big old ring that I forged on edge. There's a lot of math that goes into forging something on the cone. Okay? So I want to add a tool to this. Because so far I've been using this tip to score as a scoring tool. And then I'll come back and like very gingerly come back with soapstone or a Sharpie. I'm sure you guys have seen me do it in other videos. And it can be easier. It can be more elegant. It could work better. So today I want to make a funny little widget that will clamp both onto this and onto either soapstone or Sharpie, right? Like, I know it's a no-brainer, but when you're self-employed, every hour that you have at your disposal, you're trying to make the best of it. You know what I mean? Or the most of it, I should say. And I've been putting it off. In basic terms, I've just been putting it off. So I'm going to forge that little tool that will do both those jobs. So what we'll be doing is, sending a drift to a piece of steel so that this is about roughly the same size as a Sharpie. A little bit of play. We'll be tapping a hole. We'll drill and tap a hole to receive a screw. We can forge that screw into, or not a screw, but a bolt into a wing nut. So it'll just be a finger tight situation. Should be great. But like I said, hope you guys have something warm and cozy to sip on. Cheers, everybody. What do you think? Should I fire up the forge now? Or do you guys want to chillax and talk for a little bit? How do you feel? What do you guys want to do? It's up to you. Do I just get right into it? Stop farting around, Or do we get busy? Oh, you're going to give it to your fiance? Oh, Rage, that makes me so happy. And first of all, congrats, my friend. That's incredible. Big fan of love around here. Big fan. So, good on you. Good on you. Congrats. Good guy. This guy, I don't know. I'm just a hopeless romantic, and that makes me really happy. That's why I love jewelry. Speaking of intentionality, like I love making jewelry is you can pack it full of so much. Ooh, get a load of this, Ross. I happened to pick up a paint canvas last night. Whoa, careful. You might get dangerous here. And started to put some drawing to it when I have more time in the future to paint. That's great. Just get started, right? Set the workspace up so that you could jump in at any time. I think getting started is the hardest part when it comes to creativity. So yeah, good on you. Get in there when you can. You know? Ooh, I got an idea. Maybe I can put the forge on like low to do a little soak, a little preheat. I'll do that. That's a good idea, Max. You know, keep it down to a dull roar. But yeah, we'll be forging. I think I got all the tools I'll need. I'm just gonna, you know, fart around a little bit. Wow, it's late for you. $1,900, man, yeah, that's late. Where are you? You're in Europe somewhere. Are you in the Netherlands? What is this pendant I'm hearing about, Littlefoot? Yes, I on Patreon, just open to the patrons. I found in like the archives some old jewelry I made, and it's from like years and years and years ago, and they're cute little pieces. Littlefoot, if they're still up, you can go check them out. I just threw them up there, available. You know, because it's the holiday season, and what am I gonna do with them? You know. Germany. Fantastic. Well, hello, my friend. You know, welcome. Heading there now. We'll go check it out, you know. Do you have Copper Dog running around a little Santa hat? No, but that'd be the cutest thing ever. I think one year I did get him a Santa hat, and he hated it. He shook that thing off in no time. Hated it. But he likes wearing a little coat, though. He loves wearing little jackets and cozy things because the little dude loves to be cozy. Wait, does he have a Santa hat? No, he just has lights. Deep Creek, hello. We're gonna do a little drifting, a little drilling, a little tapping. It's gonna be great. Have to get him a Grinch coat. I could be the Grinch, and he could be Max with the singular horn. Oh my God, that'd be awesome. Isn't it cute? Look at it. Oh, come on. Are you? Well, I hope everything's going great. I hope you've been getting plenty of fiber. You know what I mean? It is the holidays. You know, sometimes our diets get a little off track. TMI. Oh man, it's so good to have you all here. I love this. We'll let the forge warm up a little bit. We'll get this tool. Oh, also, this tool is going to be multi-purpose. Let me show you how. Where the hell? Where the hell? Well, the elves ran off with it again. Oh wait, I think I see it, maybe. The elves run off with tools all the time. And there's another pair of it's gonna jump out any second, I know it. Another pair of, whatchamacallit, the ding dong damn, not calipers, you can use them as calipers, but dang it, compass. I have another compass that I use a lot that holds soapstone, but it doesn't hold a Sharpie. And I use Sharpies a whole lot. And if you don't really know, it's just under a 1/2 inch. So they're kind of kind of thick. So this tool is going to come greatly in handy. So like here's our rift, and here's our Sharpie, and it's going to be just a hair outside, which will be fine because I'm going to have a set screw that I'll be able to finger tighten. It's going to be great. Got to do a switcheroo. And speak of the devil, Rage, I'm going to get to your comment here in a second, but look who came to say hi. Hi, buddy. Oh, it is Mr. Copper Dog. Yeah. He's just the best, man. All right, what did Rage say? You got to do a switcheroo. You wear the horn. Oh, that's true, and he's the Grinch. Rage, you are so right. You are so right. I can't believe how blind I was. Oh, God, here we go. Chuck Norris doesn't guess what he gets for Christmas. He just decides what the gifts are. Yeah, that's pretty good. Isn't he cute? It's a little copper dog. What do you think, dude? Is the steel hot? Not yet. What do you think? Make sure you don't have any eye boogers. You gotta look good for everybody. Look, they're saying hi, man. Don't care? Okay. Hello, Heather. Copper doggy, isn't he great, Mr. Dude? All right, go about your business. I can tell he's getting antsy. He only has about a minute in him, and he's just like, okay. I got important business to attend to, all right? You know, right? Okay, I know. What kind of dog is that? That is a Mr. Copper Dog. He is a Dachshund and Jack Russell mix. And, you know, I'm going to be keeping my eyes out for another of him because that mixture is pretty great. Because Dachshunds are amazing regardless, but that little dishy dash of Jack Russell is... It takes it another step, you know what I mean? It's a waterproof notepad thing. Really, Jizz, that's awesome. Oh, yeah. Filled with jokes, you can be a traveling jokester. I love that. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, and Happy Solstice. Today is the winter solstice. It's only going to get brighter from here on out. You know, the darkness of winter is about to subside. Coffee? No. Tea. Darjeeling tea. Got a big old pot of it. And I think we're getting close and ready to forge. Let me go check. We're getting there. All right, so I got a piece of 3/4 inch square in there, and what I want to do is it doesn't need to be that tall, but it needs to be plenty wide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten that down to about a 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to drift it out so it'll have quite a bit of meat around, the drift. There'll be 2 drifts. It's going to look like a figure 8, like an 8, right? So there'll be like a 3/8 drift and a 1/2 inch drift. And then on either side, we're going to tap and die we're just going to drill and tap a set screw. Easy. Nice, easy job today. I bet. Yeah, Arizona's the place of the sun. Oh, it's in 3 days. Isn't that crazy? 3 days, you guys. And wherever you are in these time zones, some of you are closer than others. Unreal. It happened fast. But I feel good. All of my Christmas presents have been created and forged. I feel all right. Yeah, you're on the southern hemisphere. Happy summer solstice to you, my friend. How cool is that? Wow, opposite sides of the pendulum. How neat. The celestial pendulum, I love it. Hi. Oh man, you guys are celebrating early. All right, we're getting close. We're getting pretty close to forging here. Bro is a medieval dwarf. I'll take that. Awfully big to be a dwarf, but hell yeah. They're great. Great craft. Great sense of honor. You know? Quite stubborn. Oh, here we go. I've been trying to forge some basket twists. Ooh, some ornaments. Cool. But I've had schedule conflicts. Oh, that's the real stinker is, you know, is schedule. Coolest thing I've made? Oh God. I still think it's the Hobbit door. 10,000 pound door that rolls in kaleidoscopes with stained glass and steel and hand cut gearworks. Nuts. Hey, leaves are a great backup plan. Absolutely. Isn't it crazy, Joshua? Gnarly. Where can I see it? TikTok's a great place to see it. I know I have it pinned. Go find me on there. Go find, well, also, check out the long form stuff on this channel because I'm going to try to lean further into that this year. And I'm excited. And I'm very excited. Make me a sword. Swords are easy, man. They're just flat and sharp. Too easy. I need a lot to occupy my brain. The neighbors are walking their dog. Hey, it's a cute dog. Ooh, I don't know whether or not to make a leaf keychains, or ornaments as plan B. That's a good question. Here's the thing. A keychain they'll be able to have all year round. It's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year round, Clark, right? But an ornament is something very special that they only get to see like once a year. Or, you know, a month a year. Full, yeah, could make a full armor set. That would be rad. But who's paying for it? All of my work is commissions. Frito, dude, it's been forever, man. But first, I need to make a bigger quench tank. Yeah. You gonna go with like the vertical pipe so you can go straight down? That's good. It's a lot easier to go straight. If you're coming in like this, it's very easy to go this way and it bends and it pulls straight down. It's a little easier to get that done. But you can't do a differential quench that way. It's up to you. You know what I mean? Let's go check on that steel. Let me go check on it. All right, I think we're ready. Let's move this. Vertical, yeah. Not planning to do any differential quenches. Yep. Why do we have different time zones? But Christmas is in 3 days for me, then also for you. It's a great question. In about 4 to 5 hours, you're gonna be in tomorrow, and I'm still gonna be in today. It's funny, man, like time zones are a trip, but they make a lot of sense, you know, especially as I like delve even further into the madness of spheres and circles and rings. Oh, it's good stuff. Can you guys hear me okay, by the way? That's awesome. All right. I got a little bit of water over here to quenching. I need my safety McGlarses. There we go. If I forged here, yeah, you guys can see just fine. All right, let's grab a hole. Now, I'm not looking for much. I'm just looking for a little bit of a rectangle. All right, I like that. Oh, oh, hammers are falling. Nice. Yeah, stumps work great. You could also make them out of 4x4s, whatever you have lying around. Just make sure they're up on edge. Yeah, it's great. They work great. Honestly, the best angle stand is the one that's ready to use. You know, something that'll allow you to forge. Luckily not on my foot. Hey man, we got steel toe boots on purpose. Like man, there's moments because I'm always in my boots, always, and there'll be moments where I'll be doing stuff, and I'm so used to having steel toes that if I'm ever not in steel toes, I feel like I get my toes crunched somehow, no matter where I am. Oh, it's getting on your nerves. I'm sorry. It just makes me smile. Joseph, yes. But how would I know that? I mean, we've talked about it before. It's hard to remember. I can't even remember my own name most of the time. All right, let's go check on that steel. Yeah, let's go a little bit further. I'm just looking to maybe just get that slug out. Come on, baby. All right. Easy as pie. Now, so maybe on the next one, I'll bring you closer. But you know, we just put a little hole. Easy peasy. Might still be hot. A little hot. Yeah, here's my little slug. Ooh. So, here, let me see if I can't bring you closer. Oh yeah, there we go. So that's way better. What the hell? Okay, so what I just did, knocked this little slug out of that hole by driving it in and then back again. Easy, great skill to learn. All right, let's see, what do I want to do now? I'm thinking about making this by smaller, like 5/16. You know what I mean? Let's see. Like this guy right here. I might have to open that up again enough. And this is the diameter that I want for that piece over there. Okay? So I gotta open that up a little more. But that's easy. All right, let's do it again. Looky over there. Oh yeah, it's great. It's great for kids. Littlefoot. Yeah, I know exactly where that is. I don't think I've ever been to Knott's Berry Farm, but I know where it is. All right. Now this drift is a little bit soft. I need to reset the temper and stuff. It got hot on me at one point, so I got to be mindful of that. Yeah, that's it. You get to make your own tools. How cool is that? It's the master trade. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Could use a little more juice. A little bit more juice. But it gives us more time to hang out. Hello from Ohio. Hope you are doing well. I'm doing terrific. How are you on this beautiful winter solstice day? And you're so welcome. So I've been telling myself I'm not going to be, to get a Leatherman. So I feel that people are, you found a new one? Congrats. There's definitely a place for Leatherman, you know? Like my daily is, good pocket knife, a decent pocket knife. I don't like to do expensive stuff because I want to be able to use it as the tool it is and not worry about breaking it, or if I bust it, I'll buy a new one. It's easy. But it's got a bunch of multi-tools a part of it, and I love it. Like I was at a restaurant the other day, and the table was wobbling because one of the screws was loose underneath. That thing has a screwdriver on it, so I can do repairs as I go around the world, Leatherman brakes too? Yeah. All right, here we go. Just make sure I send this back the other way. Okay, that's our dimension. Love it. All right, now, what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do that again, but like right over here. Not so close that I'll distort that piece over here. Plus, if this tool is a little longer, it'll allow for like a secondary. Let me here. There we go. It'll allow me like a secondary level of adjustment on the end of my rig. Yeah. Here we go. I'll do it again. Let's see, I'm trying to get all the things that I'll be doing in one spot. Yeah, that works. So, another drift, boom. Yeah. There's white smithing. There's all sorts of different types of smithing. Smithing is short for smite. You know, back when it was just, you know, smite a material. It's a beautiful day. There's like a fog. There's like a fog rolling in, and I'm loving it. We got rain coming, so I'm very excited for that. A1. You talking steel? What you talking about? Need to forge CNC cast. That's great. You know, it's amazing to be able to learn from your mentors. You know, not everyone has that gift. It's pretty cool. Not enough rain in Cali. It's true. Yeah, it's been dry and cold. You know, I had a high pressure system just sitting on us for a long time, you know? So I'm very excited. Wonder if our steel's ready. It's probably getting close. Oh yeah. Coming in hot. Come on now. Sometimes it gets a little sticky. That's weird. That usually doesn't happen. Oh, come on, you son of a gun. Wow. I swear this never happens to me. But even in this point of my career, sometimes a drift will still stick. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, I don't know why that stuck so well. Drift got a little soft on me. All right, well, next heat, we're gonna knock that pin out. Huh. Yeah, my drifts are usually nice and clean, popping out. Nice little gentle reminder that, you know, needed to practice a little bit more. Yeah, multiple traits and skills. That goes, you know, understated a lot. I think it's really good to have a plethora of skills, because you never know when they can link together. You know what I mean? Yeah, happy solstice to you. Cool. Yeah, it's good to know a lot of stuff because they can all coalesce together, you know, especially on certain jobs that are like super out of left field. It's good. All right, we're not gonna need too much heat to knock the plug out. Usually I like to do that in one heat. But yeah, wonder why that stuck so well. See what happened. See how this mushroomed out a little bit? That's why. It kind of mechanically locked inside, and that rarely happens with this drift. Must have got a little bit too hot, I mean, at one point. She bit on her cheek, why'd you do that? Mechanical, electrical, structural, chemical, engineering. I understand that I can build it or repair it. That's great. Yeah, keep that mind hungry. All right, let's finish this drip. Beautimus. Okay. Now we got our like little 8, right? Now one's gonna be bigger than the other because I need to allow a Sharpie to, pass inside of that. Needs to be a little bit bigger. All right, let's get it. Let's do another heat. Reds and bronze, right? Yes. So, well, it's all about different types of learning abilities, right? Some people do great with books, but most of us have a real hard time. Real hard time. Well, that's man hair. I'll be darned. That's fascinating. All right, we don't have a lot of steel to move on this one, so let's get in there. All right. I don't want to go too crazy. Pretty straight. Let's see. Nope, wrong one. Oh! You want to see it again? Woo! There we go. Perfect. Sweet. Okay. Me cool this thing down because I want to cut and work on this thing right now. Now the reason I'm not going to hot cut this thing, I feel like I got witch's brew going on over here. Now the reason I'm not going to hot cut that is normally I would, is because I want a nice crisp edge where I'm going to be drilling and tapping here in a second. crisp edge. There we go. Got her. Now it's still relatively warm enough to where kind of air cool, you know what I mean? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna lop that off. And we're gonna cut in some threads. And this is just mild steel. I don't have to worry about hardening it with quenching it. Before you jump in the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna lop that off. This is gonna work out pretty sweet, I do believe. Did I already decorate my house for Christmas? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's looking nice and holly jolly. I love Christmas. It's a good time of year. All right, let's prepare to cut. At least I think that thing is a mild steel. It was in the scrap pile. Let's see, let's grab you. Get you up a little higher. Oh, see, there we go. Nice. All right, let's cut this with a little hacksaw action. You know, sometimes it's nice to work without power tools. It's nice and peaceful. You don't have, you know, as much as possible, less noise and, you know, god-awful racket. Oh. I think that this actually isn't mild steel. Where did this come from? We might have something a little tougher. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to normalize that. Back into the forge. Change of plans. But you know what? There's power in a pivot. You gotta think on your feet sometimes. Yeah, pour your love into it. It's good. Whoops, I know. I found it in my scrap pile, assuming it was just mild. So maybe, I'm tempted to just start over. Use that piece for something else. There's a million things I can make it out of. And maybe switch it up and do another piece. I'm tempted. Very tempted. Oh my God, juice from there. There's all sorts of steel just kind of running around here. I got this piece of, but by the time I get it rectangular, it'll be too flat. You know, a little bit of round bar. Let me keep looking. Aha! Wait a minute. I think I found it. We got another chunk of 3/4 inch bar, and I'm pretty certain that this is mild steel. So let's just start over. Let's just start this thing all over. Do I want to cut it? Or do I forge long? I'll cut it. We'll give it a little cut. We're gonna hot cut. Let's grab our hot cut here. Oh, which one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's go with you. Now, if you don't know, a hot cut, the Hardy tool goes in your anvil, just like so. Easy. Well, let me set you up for forging. There we go. There. Yeah, I'll be right here, and I'm gonna cut that up. Meanwhile, that hardened piece of steel will just be in there softening and normalizing, soaking in that steel. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of power to a pivot. It's never fun, you know? It's never something you enjoy, but it's really important. It's an important skill to get good at, you know? If, you know, like I normally have a very difficult time pivoting because I had it so set in my mind how it was gonna go, and then when it doesn't, tough. No, what about Copper Dog? Ooh, what's Copper Dog's favorite forbidden food? I like to feed my Sphinx bacon. Oh God, what is? That's a really good question. He thinks he wants everything. If I'm enjoying it, he definitely wants some. You know, you know how that goes. But the dude likes steak. I mean, big surprise, right? Yeah, the dude really likes my trimmings off of steaks and stuff. All right, took that little bit of a mushroom situation off of our drift. Should be a lot easier. Let's go check on that steel. I can't believe I'm still getting over the fact that I misplaced some hardened steel or some high quality steel with the vinyl. That cracks me up. Ooh, it's beginning to drizzle, guys. Feels good. Because you don't want to mess with Max's pumpkin patch. It's true. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Bingo. Bingo, buddy. Yeah, let's let that kind of heat up. We'll do a little hot cut. We'll do some more drifts. And I'm going to run, I think, each side out a little wild so that I can sharpen those up, get them ready for that drift. Sorry, get them ready for that drill, and especially tapping. Now, the reason I started completely over is not because it was going to be difficult to cut. Easy. But what's going to be tough is it's going to be very difficult for the little tap. Cutting in really fine threads. You know, like that's no good. I don't want to be wearing out all of my taps, or worse yet, break one inside of the hole. We can't have that. No. What is this? Is it your... I don't understand. What am I making? I'm making a funny little tool that I've been putting off for years. All of my, Max's Santa's workshop is all done creating gifts for my loved ones and family. So now I'm free to just work in my workshop. So yeah, I'm building a little tool that I've been putting off for a long time. Now that it's beginning to rain, I gotta get the power tools. Let's hot cut. About the same length as the last one. Somewhere in there. Nice and controlled cut. You know what I mean? No need to have pieces of steel flying off. You know what I mean? Nice and controlled. There we go. That I'm gonna set away. And this, we're done with that. We'll true it up a little bit. Okay, now am I happy with these tongs? It's just a little bit outside of its normal grip. Yeah, that'll work fine. So, little review. We're making, on this beautiful solstice day, a tool for this big old long compass that I use all the time. But usually I use this as a scoring tool, right? On the pivot and just score. All right? But now I'm gonna make a tool to where I can slip that in and slip a Sharpie on the other side, be like that, so that I can like sketch down nice big giant circles way easier. And I've been putting off this forever, and I'm finally coming around to it. Oh, I love the weather today. It's gloomy. Oh, is this what I usually film on? I have two cameras. I have this one for like normal social media, and then I have my big camera for like the long form stuff that looks a little fancier. It always blows up. Well, Rage, quit thinking that. You gotta quit that. Especially when I was in construction, yeah. And it's funny, it's always like the easy tasks that make things kind of difficult. Just how it works sometimes. All right, won't take long. We're gonna about do another little drift. Let's get a little more tea. But you're very much right, there, Rage. All right, let's see here. I'll be drifting here. Here we go. Oh wait, no, I'll be forging down. It's not gonna take much. Cool. I like that. Next step, we drift. Fantasia, hey! It's so good to see you. Happy winter solstice. Nice little tongue and groove, good deal. Why is this called a compass, even though it is not a compass? Compass just mainly, you have a fulcrum, a pinpoint, and an arc in radius. That's what I use it for, is like a big compass. Hi, Richard. Hey, Texas. Cheers, Texas. Yeah, we're just having a nice little calm day in the forge. It's great. Most preparations are done. Oh. I'll be getting close. Let it soak for a little bit longer. Hi from Turkey. Wow. Welcome. All are welcome here. It's really exciting. Love your channel. Oh, that means the world to me. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, it really makes me happy that you guys are happy with what I'm sending out there. Hello. Let's see. Did it do it again? Come on, baby. Wow. I gotta do some serious work on this. Did it again to me. All right, we're switching drifts. Let's go back into the fire. We're gonna do a quick and dirty temper. And do a little temper on this guy. Neil, there, you've been here forever. Are you not paying attention? What the hell? All right. Let's see if this helps us out a little bit. water off of it. There we go. Let's see here. There she goes. She's back. All right. Let's see how close we are to the dimension that we're actually looking for here. Needs a bit more. Let's see if we can't find that slug that I just knocked out and inspect it. Ooh, there it is. Yep, the top, that's the one. Let's see. And it looks good, if not a little ragged. So we got some work to do on this drift, but we'll see if that little temporary temper holds up. You know what I mean? All right. Let's open up that drift a little bit so we get our nice ID, internal dimension, okay? Hit it from both sides. Yeah, that's the side I want. See what we did. Oh, she's so close. Ah, it's perfect actually. Okay, this is what this tool is supposed to do. Slip just over that, and then we're gonna have a nice little set screw that'll hold on. Just gonna do a little bit of dressing. Everything looks good so far. Love it. And our dimension is thick enough to where we can actually set that set screw. This is all run wild right here, right? So I'm gonna cut that eventually and then drill into it from this direction. It's gonna be great. Oh, multi-hi. Welcome. Just doing a little bit of forging. Happy winter solstice. So, we got another drift. I'm a little worried that this drift is worn out. I gotta do some serious work to it. But we'll see. I'm gonna give her one more chance before I dive into this tool proper. You know what I mean? But I'll tell you what, if I've had a nickel for every drift she has done, I'd probably be a rich man. You know, never had a problem until just now, of course, when it's live action. Yay, Peggy, happy winter solstice. Oh, I love it. All right, here we go. Can you guys see well enough? Let's get you over here, because we're in the drifting zone. Hoof iron, oh, that's funny. Very literal. Yeah, but it's nice to, so one thing I talk about a lot, Milner, is always honing those hard skills. You know, like you get good at what you practice, and if it's just kind of taking the easy way, that's what you're gonna get good at. And when you have to do some gnarly fine drifts, you might be upstream without a paddle, you know. You should totally, Sprinkle, you should totally get into blacksmithing. Let's see how this drift does. That's what I'm talking about. That's how it's supposed to go. Beautimous. Oh, I just want to make sure I cool her down enough. All right. See, that's what I'm talking about. She's back. Cool her down nice. Okay. We got our pair of drifts. Now this drift is going to be a lot bigger, but we're a little off center. So I'm going to do a neat little trick to try and squeeze that back over. But honestly, worst case scenario, it's a little off kilter. It's just a tool. You know, it's not that big of a deal. Got a little water here, right? A little water, and I have this little tool, great little tool right here. So you grab some water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cool one of the sides of the drift so that the thicker side will move a lot easier than the thinner cold side, and I can maybe square that up a little bit. That yet again, you know, practice. It's always good to practice, no matter how many millions of times you've done something. It's been a while since I've done a lot of drifts. Sure, yeah, I'm going to be doing both. Since I'm doing both, I'm using it as a drift. I'm using it as a punch and a drift. I'm not going to hyphenate. Oh, it's a punch drift. Whoa, you can almost smell it. Let's see what we got. Look for a good heat. Yeah, so I'm going to bring that over. I'm going to cool that one side. I don't know if I'll be able to get that on camera because I'm going to be moving at critical speed, but it'll be happening if you see it or not. I promise. Come, get over here. This has to be pretty speedy. All right, that side is much cooler than the other side, right? Let's see how it does. Perfect. Worked like a dang charm. Centered it right perfect. All right, now we're just gonna use more drifts to open that up. All right. What was my OD? I had it around here somewhere. That guy, because I could just use one of these punches as my like little guide. You know what I mean? Don't need this anymore, but yet again, came in handy. All right, we don't have very far to go now. All right, here we go. Now let's see. Let's test it. Whoop! Nailed it. Here we go. Whoop! Perfect. Now, we got ourselves our sweet little tool that will both grab a hold of both soapstone and a Sharpie, as well as our compass. Oh, Joshua, you're too kind. Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna let this normalize. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice, Mr. Copper Dog? You wanna come say hi? I'm gonna let this normalize because, you know, last time it got too hard on us. So I'm just gonna set that right there. Copper, come here, dude. Come get warmed by the hot steel. Just don't touch it. There he is. Scoot that a little way further away. But it's nice and toasty warm over here, huh, Copper? Yeah. He's like, Dad, it's cold. Wait. Oh, I can almost hear the drizzle. Look at him. And look at the custom emoji from Mr. Copper. Oh. All right, I'm gonna move this because I'm starting to sweat. It's almost no jacket time. So we're gonna cut that. We're gonna grind those ends nice and square, and then we're gonna drill and tap. And that little tool is gonna be done. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, he's such a good stinking dog. Oh, man. Good dog. Is that anvil heavy? Depends on who's asking. You know, I move it around my shop all day long. But it's about 120, 130 pounds. I think 2x72 keeps everything cooler. Keeps everything a little bit cooler. Oh, I can hear it. Just the beginnings. Oh my God. It's a Christmas miracle. We got a little spell of rain on the winter solstice. Come on, guys. Pinch me. It's not real. I need more tea. Hey, we need some tea. You know, it's Sunday. It's a beautiful stinking day. Nice warm tea near a nice warm anvil. Does it get any better? With my peeps, with my fans and, you know, community, it's the best. I love it. All right, I think I feel comfortable enough to quench it now. Here, I'll give you guys a little steam show. It's good for the complexion, you know? Oh, yeah, here. If you guys got a cold, come to the blacksmith shop, you know, lighten it up a little bit. Am I a full-time blacksmith? Oh, yeah. Oh, buddy, yeah. Mainly doing like massive architectural works like portals, doorways, chandeliers, and giant sculptures. That sort of thing, the cool stuff. All right. Still good and hot, and I'm hoping that I can let it kind of, you know, steam off. I don't want this thing to be wet. Rust fumes. Hey, it's my cologne. All right, now we're back at the stage we were before. Let's see how well it does now. Maybe, hopefully I didn't dull my, my saw blade down too bad. Now, the reason I'm not hot cutting this is so that I don't distort these little eyes that we created, right? Very, very important not to, you know, make sure these are good and round. I'm also gonna trim this off so that's a little bit closer for the threads. I don't wanna have to, you know, have so many threads there. Let's see how it feels. Oh yeah. Soft as can be. You know, you just gotta love yourself some A36. Let's see, can you even see what I'm doing here? Let's see what we can do. Ooh, I wonder, maybe it's from this side you guys gotta be. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, something like that. Oh, wait a minute. We might be onto something, folks. All right, let's just cut this nice and square. Okay, now, there's a reason. There's a reason why I left that kind of wild. Because if I were to drift it at this length, that drift would have pushed. You see how these walls are kind of in snowman form, right? They kind of belly out a little bit. That would have happened out here. Yeah, sure, I could have ground that flat, but I wanted to cut it and have that nice and flat, ready to receive a drill and threads. Cut the other side. There we are. There's our tool. Look how cute. Look how cute this little thing is. All right, come over here. Yeah, that'll do. I'm gonna save you guys for this one. I'm gonna get this nice and square. Lovely. Nice and lovely. She's getting hot, but we can handle it. Actually, I'm going to cool her down a little bit and start spraying. There we go. Happy with that? Okay. I'll meet you guys over here in a second. Let me just change my tripod up a little bit. All right. There we go. All right, now, we're making great headway on our funny little tool that we've been putting off forever. Here we go. Offset little doodads. We have a nice square end. Now we have to do a center punch. And given the name, this thing better be centered. You know, this whole little build depends on this thing being nice and square. All right, let's see, what center punch we want to use. There's a lot to choose from. The one that dropped. How about that one? Yeah, I like it. Okay. Oh, listen. Rain. It's at last here. Guys, on the winter solstice, we got ourselves a little rain out here in California. Beautiful. All right, ooh, I think I can zoom you in. Whoa! There, all right. Knock any mill scale and garbaggio off of there. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Eyeballed everything else so far. There we go. I'm gonna send a drill through here, and then we're gonna send a tap, and we're gonna do that to both sides, okay? Hey, Joshua, take care. Happy solstice. Looks good to me. Looks good enough for a funny little tool that we're working on. Oh yeah, nailed it. Beautiful, little funny thing, little forging. All right, next step will be to drill. And my whole drilling area is not very interesting. So I don't know if you guys are ready to see that or not. But screw it. Come with me over to the drilling area and let's see what we can do. What's Copper getting into? Hey, what are you up to? All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what trouble we can get into. I'm gonna put you over here, next to the old Delta. Oh, we gotta set the little clamps. There we go. Oh, see, that works out. Okay, let me bring my light. Oh, my light. There we go. So, this will be a piece of cake. We got ourselves a little vise here. Now, let's choose our drill bit. So we'll be tapping and dying, so we're going to use a 13/64 for that 1/4-inch thread. And I might need to bring this guy down, but a wee bit. Something like that. Bring you down too, so you're at level. Oh yeah. Ooh, I think I could even zoom in. Holy crap, look at us go. All right, here we go. Make sure we're nice and square. Okay. I'm a little cramped in here with the camera here. Well, let me grab my safety glasses. So this is how all parts from locomotives, everything started. You would forge it into shape, and then, let's get in a little closer. Let's punch in. Maybe I can drop this one down a little bit. Spin you around. Oh yeah, look at us. We're learning, guys. Okay, I'm gonna bring this around. Little dollop. There she is. Right? Voila. Beauta-mungus. Okay, let's get away from that. let's bring you over here. So, wait, where are you? Where are you? Where are you looking? Oh, you're still zoomed in. There we go. All right. So, don't need that anymore. So here's our part, where it stands. Now you can see a little bit of rag came in from the drill, but that's okay. We got tools for that. Ooh, I can move my water too. I'm gonna trip over that for sure. You know, I'm pretty sure-footed and clumsy at the same time. I don't know what that means, but it's a real deal. All right, let's grab ourselves a little rat tail rasp. I think that'll be perfect. I'm just gonna clean that up, right? Top and bottom. Now, let's make sure everything fits the way we intended it to, right? Okay. That's gonna slip over that, have a little set screw. That'll be like that. And for visual aid, for you visual learners out there, that will hold on to a Sharpie. This is gonna be sweet. Plus, we're gonna have ourselves a little bit of adjustment on that axis as well. It's gonna be great. Absolutely great. All right, let's get busy here. Now comes, let me kick you real quick. Now comes the moment of truth. Wait, Fantasia, I'm missing stuff. I used to work with a pewter. We worked at a pewter toy factory. How fun is that? And drill like those axle holes. Yeah, I bet that was very similar. All right, this is where the rubber meets the road, guys. We're gonna bring our tap over. I'm gonna go grab it, and we're gonna cut threads into that hole we just created. Now, this is where everything can go catastrophically poorly or incredibly well. We're about to find out, though. All right, let's see here. So, this is our thread. Here's our tap. I'm going to just preliminary, yeah, it grabs on. That feels good. I always like to just make darn sure everything's good. The biggest thing is staying nice and straight when you start to cut, because if you start cutting it at an angle, oh man, you can imagine how that goes. Oh God, I love 836. So tolerable, so tolerant. Here, you know what? Let me drop you down a little bit, because you can kind of see what's happening, what's taking place in there. Oh, this is cool. All right, get in here. You can see the little shavings that every time I back up, I'm severing those little shavings. Very important to do. You know, I want it nice and slick before I go any deeper. Oh, maybe not that. Let me grab some oil. I'm just gonna drop a little bit of oil down one of the flutes. These are flutes of this tap. Because, you know, you can't be going in dry. It's just no good. Yeah, a little forging, a little forge tool on a beautiful Sunday stinking winter solstice is great. Great times. All right, now we're in. And I'm just going to draw that as far in as I can, because I've used this tap so much. This thing's got like a mile of threads on its name. The threads way back in here are still like cherry, perfect. Meanwhile, the threads up front might be a little distorted. So I'm drawing that as deep as I can possibly go so I can get into those really fresh cutting threads. And I like to do everything by hand, because you just never know when you're stuck. You have to do it by hand. Do you know what I mean? Let's test how it feels. Okay, still a little tight, but honestly, it's kind of nice to have a set screw. It's almost like a Teflon nut. It's nice to have your set screw, you know, having to fight the threads a little bit. But I'm going to send that through one more time, just in case there's a little something in there. But isn't that satisfying? Let's see what we got. Oh, gosh. That is sweet. That is slicker than snot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and I'm going to forge the end of these little screws so it'll be a thumb screw. It'll be like a wing nut. You know what I mean? A little thumb screw. All right, let's just leave that guy in there because who doesn't want to celebrate our little victories? We got this little forging coming out sweet. This is our, oh, actually, I want to test it. I want to test it. Where's my stinking Sharpie at? All right, let's see. Oh, it's a brave new world. Oh, this is, oh man, guys. I cannot overstate how jazzed I am that I finally am coming around to making this funky little tool. Okay, let's do it again. But this is where everything can go straticophically wrong. You know, it's when you get comfortable is when things change on you. All right, let's do it again. It's all about getting set really straight. And I do a little do-si-do. I know you can't see it, but I do a little do-si-do around the thing so I know I'm good and straight. Is this first, half turn is incredibly important. All right, we're starting to cut. Let's get in there a little way, and we're going to stick some oil in there. Okay. Let's put some oil in here. On one of these flutes. Here, I'll do it on so you can kind of see it. Just a little bit. Don't want to make a mess. See a little bit of oil coming down the threads? Let's begin to cut. Now this, I need to secure that a little bit harder. Now this would have been really tough to do with that hardened steel. So I'm glad we started over. That was the right thing to do, is to pivot, start over from scratch. So we're not breaking this little tappy tap. And I usually do about like a half turn, and then I draw back, and you can see those shavings popping out. I'm going to draw that down as far as I can. I'm going to go back and forth a little bit because I want to clean these threads up really nice because this is going to get a lot of use. Beautimus. Okay. Oh, I need another bolt. Okay. Let's see. Oh, God, slick as snot. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. And there is a little bit, so you can see there's a little bit of rag that I pushed out the other side. So I'm going to keep this nut right at level of the interior. And we're going to get our little rat tail and just clean that up. I'm going to do the same over here just in case there is some. All right. Now, join me at the anvil. Once I get my tripod figured out, there we go. Okay. Don't need these anymore. Because we're done. Now, come here and check this thing out. We're all good on hammers. We don't need that anymore, so let's get that out of our way. Now, the moment of truth. Let's see how this thing came together. Okay, review on this beautiful winter solstice. I got this great, see patterns here, right? Got this great big long compass that I use all the stinking time to create very large circles and radiuses. Like I used them to forge that big old on the diamond cone ring. I just did that the other day, and that's like kind of spurred my thought, like, I need to build this little forging really bad because I've been fighting it for years, decades. What am I showing? But now, because soapstone will be able to fit in here, a Sharpie will be able to fit in there. But let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be absolutely great. And then I'll slip in just like so. Finger tighten that down a little bit. Oh. Look at us. We are going space age now. This is gonna be great. And I still yet to do the thumb screws for those. So they're hard to finger tighten. Here, you know what? I'll just use my handy dandy little pocket needle nose. Tighten this down a little bit, cinch it down. Oh, a little bit too high. So it's funny about when you make your own tools, is you have to learn how to use them. No one before has used them before, so you're having to learn. Oh, that locks in really nice. That is super nice and secure, and it elevates above, you know, because it would do me no good. Oh, listen, do you hear the rain? I love it. It makes you so happy. But it'd do me no good if, crap, if this Sharpie was below this point. It would just hit the point. So it's nice to have this adjustability here. Exactly where I want it. Pop the cap and I can just whoosh. I mean, how sweet. You know, I feel like there's a lesson in this. You saw how easy that was. And I've been not dreading it one little bit. But it's just one of those things that is not in the center of my mind. And I'm now so happy that I finally got around to building that tool. You saw how easy it was, you know, and I feel like there's a lesson in there somewhere. Is there something that is like been bugging you? Has there been something that's been on the back of your mind that like, oh, gotta keep putting that off? You know what I mean? And it's good to settle down and invest in your workshop, in your tools, in yourself a little bit. It's good. Oh, what kind of tea? I am sipping on a lovely Darjeeling, lovely little black tea. I drink it black, you know, I'm sweet enough. But yeah, it's just a beautiful little rainy day today. How perfect. I love this thing. I love this thing. It's a good little tool. And you saw how I built it. You know, it's kind of neat. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I love blacksmithing, is you get to make all your own tools. And then you get to make really amazing works of art with it. Listen. Look. Oh, beginning to rain. I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy. Oh, Copper Dog, it's raining. Come here, dude. Get warm. He's coming in like, oh my God, Dad. Come here. Come here, Copper Dog. Come here. Oh yeah, he's all wet. He was out in the field and he was like, oh God. There he is. That is Mr. Copper Dog coming in from the rain. Such a good boy. Look at him. He's like, it's cold. I'm ready to go inside. What do you got in your mouth? Oh, I love the sound of rain. The earth is getting nourished. You know what I mean? It's a good feeling. How old is Copper? Oh, he's a silver fox these days. He's up into 13 nowadays. He's been my best buddy for a long time. I love this little dude. He's my best shop dog ever. Oh, what have you been putting off? Oh, a dresser I've been putting off, yeah. I know he's cold. I know I gotta hold him. Chilly. But look, he's a little Christmas dog. Isn't he sweet? Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I popped in here. You know, every other Sunday we do ourselves a little Sunday chat. It's a great way for me to check in with my community. You know, I never ever want to feel like I'm not giving you guys the attention you guys deserve, you know. It's great to connect with you all and talk. Is that an anvil? Rad, you betcha. Just got used forging some new tools. Yeah. Sausage dog, yeah, he's a good Good little sausage dog. Well, I want to wish you all a very happy winter solstice. The days are only going to get brighter from here on out as our celestial pendulum swings back towards the light. For all of you in the northern hemisphere, for all of you in the southern hemisphere, it's going to get darker from now on. I know it's cold. It's cold, huh? I didn't put your jacket on. I make them jackets. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Whatever you celebrate, I hope you're having the best of time surrounded by your loved ones. It means a lot. Be very intentional. I think today is reminding me to be intentional. And maybe you too. Well, I hope you have amazing rest of your day. Freaking love you guys. Don't forget to love each other, okay? Be kind. Be kind out there. All right, everyone. Take care, everybody. Happy Sunday.